So what's going to happen now? Here are the numbers. The SEC deadline is approaching. Oh, now it's out. Come on, be honest. Have you set the tissues aside yet? Champagne bottles out, bam, wow, it's about to go through the roof. But is this just a fake pump and then it goes down again? Or is the breakthrough really happening now? We're going to talk about that today. Also, XRP. What's new right now? Especially regarding the SEC, the clock is ticking until the 15th. January. Is there going to be an appeal? I've got breaking news for you. Also, Trump. So, what's happening on the 20th? January, a lot of people are talking about it, but no one really knows. Maybe I know. Let's see what I can report on that. And also, economic data today at 2:30 clock. Bullish momentum or bearish. In some cases, I would stick around for now. We'll see each other. So let's dive right in. And a big thank you for what happened there. I mean, just the clicks we got yesterday on likes and comments. And since I just saw this, if you're interested in coins, tips on market updates, on bonuses from projects and exchanges, and all of that for free. Then would quickly follow up on that. The link for that is also down in the description. And now let's make a little deal. If you really like the video, then go ahead and subscribe. And now let's make a little deal. If you really like the video, then go ahead and subscribe for free and activate the bell so you don't miss any important information. And if you really, really liked it, hey, then feel free to give it a like. And of course, feel free to leave a comment and spark a bit of discussion, because that also stimulates the algorithm. And I'm really happy about it too. And it somehow helps you move forward too. I'm just waiting for you. Wait, saw it over there. You haven't subscribed yet. Today's video is brought to you by BitMEX. If you want to secure a €25 bonus now, then check the description. Here's registration link. Enough talk. Let's dive right into the economic calendar. Yes, I talked about it in detail yesterday. What's happening this week? Every day there's some important event. If you haven't seen that video yet, oh boy, then you should definitely click here and check it out. Today at 2:30 p.m., the producer price index was released at 2 p.m. And now, it's getting exciting. These are the numbers from December. Yes, last month, the producer prices were at 3%, which is unfortunately well above expectations. That was 2.6%. Now it could get interesting. Because if the current data is again below what the experts expect, they expect a tie, then that could positively affect stocks and affect crypto. And that's why I specifically waited this video after 2:30 to bring it to the hour. Here are the numbers. And please don't be alarmed, even if it looks so blood red right now. They're good. They are below expectations. So we've already had the first bullish impulse today. By the way, I got these numbers from hedge fund manager Christian Berger. I've done interviews with him quite a few times. Really impressive market knowledge, especially from an institutional perspective. From an institutional perspective, so if you're interested in this video or one of the videos, feel free to click here. But if you also want to benefit from this knowledge for free, then I have something for you. He actually has a free Telegram group. Check the description. There's the link for that. And with that, let's move straight to the next core topic. Trump, January 20th. What's going to happen now? There are some really bizarre opinions out there. January, what's going to happen now? So out there are the most bizarre opinions going around. Some say, yeah, it's going to be a huge pump. When he finally is in power, the others, no, wait, there are no others. We're in a bull run. We're all just feeling bullish. Ha! I'm such an idiot. I forgot. No, just kidding. So there are divided opinions on how the market might move in some way right now, just because he's in power. And it's exciting. This article points out, for example, that the chances are quite high that in the first weeks after taking office, but even right on first day, something is likely to happen. And that's really exciting. So I've pulled out another article here, Expectations and Reality. Yes, that's worth mentioning at this point. Sure, we have the topic. Gary Gensler, he already said on his own, I'm leaving. Then Trump nominated Paul Atkins. That's definitely pro-crypto now. I recently talked about the key roles that Atkins has played in the past. Feel free to click here for the video. In any case, that's definitely worth mentioning. So, those are definitely bullish impulses that he initially carried out. But at this point, you can also question that, yeah, okay, Trump is known for talking a lot. What are the possibilities for influence there? Yeah, he won't have influence over everything now, especially when it comes to the Fed. So, Powell, let's remember, he's not exactly going to be jumping for joy about everything that Trump is planning. Because, for example, he wants to take a stand against CBDCs and speak out against them. We've also experienced the reserves there are also controversial opinions. However, yes, Trump is very present in the public eye, and that could definitely put some pressure on the SEC again. What could be implemented specifically on the very first day? So we have this crypto council, which then, in turn, is mentioned somewhere in the first 100 days. Otherwise, you should definitely read the article yourself. In those first 100 days, there are certain regulations, etc. It should be set up, which is definitely a positive sign. And besides, Powell definitely won't like that either. It should be SAB 121 AB be abolished. That's a rule that prohibits American banks from holding cryptocurrencies. So all in all, that would be quite significant. It prevents them from holding cryptocurrencies. So all in all, that would definitely be significant. Bullish. And now, dear Ripple friends, let's take a deep breath in and out. And then you click on subscribe and give a like. No. Then let's dive in. Because now there are already some news about the appeal issue surrounding the SEC. And you might need to be a bit stronger now. What exactly did I find out about that? So the SEC's deadline is running, namely on the 15th. January. Anyone who has already checked the calendar a bit and has time, and anyone who is technically capable of reading this should have noticed. That's not far off. So, we should get some information in the next few hours. However, for example, a former SEC lawyer was asked, and he said that it is quite realistic that an appeal will come. Now, at this point, one can also logically say, hey, Gary Gensler. Well, he is now known for saying, I'm out anyway, I don't care about anything. He's obviously going to cause some real chaos there. For him to leave the place 5 days later. So that would be a logical consequence for me. However, there is another point. Because a dismissal of the case would leave the original decision of the district court intact, however, the clarity would be limited. And regulatory clarity, especially in such a precedent case, it does make some sense. Let's be realistic. However, that would also mean that, for example, Atkins can't just come in and one can say, yes, I have the new chair. We're going to put the whole process on hold for now. So, laying that out long term. No, that wouldn't mean that. That could very well be the case. That this, and now you probably really have to be strong. 10 to 12 months, it could drag on even longer. Now it's out. No, but joking aside, that can happen. However, it has also been stated that this thing won't really gain much more of a stir. Because it's pretty clear that Ripple has ultimately won, or will win, no matter when that will be. And then you get these crazy moon boy predictions coming out like, hey, XRP to $20,000. Yeah, sure, friends. Kind of struggling a bit. Around the $250, $260 mark, but sure, $20,000. Dollar, yeah, of course. What's going on? So, by the way, please don't really believe such bullshit. Those are just headlines to somehow lure you into this article. What I find much more realistic, though, that's the way to $3. And I'd like to show you that here. And specifically, you can still see it here in green, at least hinted at this magical triangle, which I've been talking about all along. So we've successfully broken out for now. Then it went up and down a bit. Boom, another retest. And it continued to go up. Okay, according to Fibonacci, we've been rejected here for now. But now, we're kind of getting the retest here again. And now it gets interesting, because if this breakthrough should happen here, the next level could be around $2.76. And then we could really see the movement coming here. And up here, we would already have the $3. So why not? That's not unlikely. After we broke out here, If you have a different opinion at this point, feel free to write it in the comments. That's what the comment section is for. Yes, you have to be strong again now, because we're also taking a look at Bitcoin, since it's the leading currency, even though we've learned from the comments that XRP will outshine everything by 5 to 10 times. But be that as it may, Bitcoin is still the leading currency. Yesterday, we saw this big correction downwards where the 89,000 was also clearly tested. They were even tested again. And then went down again, going up further. Now we've already left this critical zone. So between 94,000 up to 95,000, 96,000. So basically the last daily highs. And with that, we're already in a pretty good position. Now, we shouldn't forget at this point, the economic data from today could definitely have had its impact, because we're now also wandering around Fibonacci right around this line. And the next target could definitely be back towards, let's say around $98,000, $99,000 lying. However, caution. And I've marked that for you here in blue. There are people out there, not you, because you're watching these videos about it, but one might not believe it, right? But be careful, and I've marked that for you here in blue. There are people out there, so you can't imagine it at this point, and I can't personally either. There are people who don't watch my videos or videos from other YouTubers who also have a bit of knowledge about it and don't just blindly predict something bullish here. They only see Central Donald Trump, he's for Bitcoin. Let's take a nice over-leveraged position with a really safe 100x. Let's go for it. It's going to be really awesome, at least for the market. And so, unfortunately, it's probably the case here again, that there are incredibly many over-leveraged positions out there. Now, where the market is obviously thinking money, we're going to grab that. And you'll see the end result here. If you watch my videos more often, you'll notice that I keep emphasizing the heat map. Why? Because you can see this beautifully here. We had a big breakout to the upside. It continued to go up. Everything's wonderful, everything's great, but somehow a lot of liquidity is piled up down here. Yeah, because everyone marched in long nicely. Yeah, and now we just have to wait and see how things will continue now. So there's liquidity up here as well. Now let's see what we have at 12 hours. Well, still down here. A big chunk that's up for grabs. What's going on at 48 hours? Yeah, what can you say about that? The assumption here is quite obvious. That many candidates are nicely over-leveraged here, going long, without me repeating myself. And the market now again saying, well, down there, going to grab that first. Of course, it could also be that it goes up even further for now. So that doesn't mean now. It always has to be precise to the hour, up and down and so on. So this could also last for the next few weeks. But it's definitely realistic that this liquidity will eventually be triggered again. And eventually it will be picked up. And so we finally come to the very last indicator. And I don't want to take credit for someone else's work. I saw the whole thing in a video from Bitbull. So Bastian, you're putting out really awesome content day after day. For anyone looking to get into trading, it's definitely a huge win. I can only give the tip. Check out his channel and give it a little push so he can break the 100K mark. The channel should have been much bigger by now. Much bigger. He definitely talked about what this means for the US dollar, or rather, the relationship to Bitcoin. And what we can clearly see here, especially over the last bull runs, is that whenever the power of dollar has weakened, then there was a pump in Bitcoin. Now we unfortunately have a problem that the dollar is currently quite strong. And especially right now, it's gearing up for the next all-time high. That means I keep an eye on something like that. If the dollar dominance and the dollar index start to weaken, then that's generally a good signal for Bitcoin to really take off again. Short and sweet, that's it. That Bitcoin is really getting going again. Short and sweet, that's it. But wait, let me test this out right now. Whoever has watched the videos until the end has, on one hand, if you liked it, if it was good for you, then feel free to give it a like. Leave a comment too. Are you up for me doing a live session? So I can address all questions live, maybe show some hidden gems, market updates, or analyze the biggest tokens and coins again. Throw it in. Let's philosophize about it and decide whether I should do it after all. Maybe even more often. I've seen it on other channels now. That's often well received. And otherwise, I can only give you the tip. Check out this video too on how you can become a crypto millionaire. The easiest and fastest way. How to become a millionaire. Where, what, how. Yeah, exactly. Now you're all ears. So I can only give you this tip. Check out the video. We'll see each other tomorrow in the next one. Until then, all the best. Ciao.